really interesting.
So here we go. We have
On the left, we got Jake Valentine playing Bant Eldrazi.
and then my prodigy and progeny,
What?
Hunter Hersko-Fugitt playing Dredge.
Dude, lately Hunter is becoming Hunter Hersko-Fugitt. Like that kid is hitting the gym and getting the gains.
Is he going for gains?
I look at how wide his shoulders are. Do you remember him like a year and a half ago? He was like a small child.
Sure.
No. Man, I hope Hunter's on Dredge. That would make a very interesting game.
Yeah, I'm told that Hunter is on Dredge.
It's funny because Hunter's been playing Blue Moon for several weeks in a row at our Tuesday night modern events. Blue Moon was highly favored in this matchup. Like if you ever saw Blood Moon against Bant Eldrazi, you're gonna get there.
Oh yeah.
Because the Eldrazi deck revolves around having Cavern of Souls and Eldrazi Temple to power out all its creatures a turn early.
Sure.
And
this
so,
is just a totally different matchup now.
yes.
We're going to be battling on a whole different axis.
I think if Jake can resolve an early Thought Knot Seer here, he can take away maybe an important Dredger before Hunter can like discard it. And, you know what I mean?
Like if he has a turn 2 on the play, then maybe. But with Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion, like he's going to get going way before the average Thought Knot's coming down.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a turn 3 card basically in this deck. But that being said, I have no idea how these two decks interlock. I think it's just a race.
Yeah, I think it's very much just bashing each other.
Yeah, you're just
bashing it.
Just see who can commit more power to the board and turn them sideways.
Absolutely. Both down to 6 of note. I think the mulligan favors Dredge a little bit more.
Sure.
Alright, let's see. We got a scry to the bottom for Jake. Let's see if Hunter can get going on turn 1 here. He did draw the Simian Spirit Guide, which helps that significantly. But I don't see... Conflagrate in the yard. Perfect. I was going to say I don't see a discard outlet, but that'll do to start him off.
Oh man, he's got 2 Grave Trolls in hand.
Absolutely. Oh man, and this Noble Hierarch is a prime Conflagrate target now. Doesn't get a Dredge on his first draw, which is problematic.
But we're definitely going to see these Grave Trolls hit the bin. I would discard this Life from the Loam as well.
Yeah, I think it's better in the yard than it is in the hand, but with 2 Grave Trolls and no draw in hand, and you're unlikely to get any more draw, these Grave Trolls are going to be enough Dredge for a while.
Yeah, the best thing that could happen is if he dredges off a Faithless Looting.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
So that he can play a land and then loot to really get himself going.
Sure. He definitely needs something to get himself going, because this is a very slow Dredge start.
Bant Eldrazi isn't really firing off on all cylinders either.
There's the Faithless Looting. Another joins it.
Oh, and he'll go Grave Troll. So he'll be able to dredge 12 here on his turn. And discard 2 more Grave Trolls. Do it again next turn. And that's what you want.
Yeah, that's great. But he does need to commit some power to the board.
I think the hope here is Narcomoeba and a prized amalgam.
I think just anything is fine. Blood gas is good. Prized amalgam, prized amalgam.
There you go.
So next turn we're going to have some action.
Well,
let's see if we can get a
no, we get to go
Narcomoeba
6
now.
more deep. I mean, and there's 4 Narcomoebas left in the deck.
Alright, so another 6. There's an Narcomoeba.
Yep, and this is going to get
Oh, man.
3
Three
prized
prized
amalgams
amalgams.
into play.
Alright, so we've got 3 prized amalgam triggers for end of turn. We've got a Narcomoeba coming into play. We need to discard 2 cards. I can't imagine them being anything but those Grave Trolls.
Concur.
Alright. 10 power on the board. Out of
And-
nowhere.
And he's got blood gas in the graveyard, so when he plays a land next turn, it's on like Donkey Kong.
It is on like Donkey Kong. So what kind of follow-up could Jake have here that would keep him in this game?
I can't imagine. I mean, Reality Smasher. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't.
He's not out of it.
This is fine. Is he gonna see a? Yeah, I guess you just gotta take like Grave Troll here.
Sure.
Life from the Loam might be like the better choice because you get to prevent.
Getting frisky. I like this.
You get to prevent endless blood gas. Life from the Loam turns on all the blood gas every time.
Sure.
And he had to attack with the flyer there. There's no way you win the game if you don't.
Right.
You just got to start lowering life totals. Hunter's considering not dredging here, and he would be wrong if he didn't.
Yeah, you definitely want to dredge. You want to keep the heat on. Even if you're just getting back a couple blood gas, that's fine. Narcomoeba, Narcomoeba. Oh my
Fourth
goodness.
prized amalgam, yeah. Just- Yeah, this is just. And then you flash back a Faithless Looting and dredge for.
I don't know if you want to dredge now. Like, the percentage to hit something is so low.
What you can do is you can flash back a Faithless Looting, getting back the Dakmore salvage,
Sure.
and then play it to get back your blood gas. And that's going to be really important for winning you the game.
So Jake goes down to 11, which is a very important life total here. If he goes down to 10, then these blood gas have haste. Also, I don't know how many life from the loams are in Hunter's Yard, but he might want to try to dredge into another life from the loam.
So, alright, Grave Troll's the first one.
There's another blood gas.
Okay.
Gets back the Dakmore salvage on the second.
There we go. And let's see if he has. He's got 2 prized amalgam triggers, I think, in the graveyard.
Absolutely. Man,
Alright.
this is so much power. What is Jake gonna do here?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
This is not a good matchup for Jake.
All right, so
Jake
on the
definitely
game show,
has 2 rest in peace on the board, right?
2 rest in peace on the board. He's got a worship, which I imagine is pretty good.
Sure.
Engineered explosives for 2 might be all right.
And for Hunter coming out of the board, the only card I think that could be good for him is these lightning axes,
Okay. So Lightning
and
Axe
perhaps
slows him
Gnawed of the
down a
Bone,
bit.
because it is a race. So Gnawed of the Bone, rolling that over and firing it back for 12, 15 life
Sure.
really can change the game.
We'll probably see some Nature's Claim out of the board. Typically, you want to have some removal for the hate that's going to be coming in.
Sure.
Because everybody's going to have hate.
Right, it's a responsive sideboard.
Exactly. So you have to kind of make an educated guess about what hate cards you want to bring in. Now, it looks like Hunter's got 6 cards primed to bring in here. I'm not a fan of that. I don't want that many cards coming in.
No, I think the deck is very tight. And so
Yeah.
every time you sideboard, you want it to be very lightly. You want to sideboard 2 to 4 cards, 4 max.
So, like, the Simian Spirit Guides are an easy cut because you don't want to go, like, all in and then just get hit with a huge Rest in Peace or Nihil Spellbomb or Relic.
Absolutely.
So you want to be a little slower, a little more deliberate. Other than that, like, you can shave on a couple cards, but I don't want to cut a ton out of this.
Yeah, so cutting out the Simian Spirit Guide gives him 3 spots.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's chosen Neonates to come out. He's got 4 of those.
Yeah, I'm fine with just shaving a couple of those.
This is an easy way to do that. Just next to the name, type in the record and like brackets.
I didn't get to catch how many cards Jake sideboarded out here.
Here I would take out my big spells, my Drowner of Hopes.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in my 2 Rest in Peace, and it's probably about it.
Okay.
I can't think of.
Can I just like, let's kind of move over here, maybe? That'd be easier.
I can't think of other cards in that sideboard that I would find that important.
Right. Yeah, so Drowner of Hope might be like one of the few ways that he can really punch in some damage. They don't look it, but those prized amalgams can do a really good job of like stalling the board and blocking until you can swing in for the win, and, like chipping away with Blood Gas and Narcomoebas.
Yeah, when I played the Bant Eldrazi deck, I always kind of kept the infinite combo in my back pocket with Eldrazi Displacer, Drowner of Hope, and Training Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because against decks like this, if you can infinite combo at any given time, you can really you can just prevent them from attacking you forever, or do it at the end of their turn and just attack them for 1,000,000.
Sure.
And so it prevented those staring matches. Whereas if you don't have the infinite combo, you can overcome them eventually with a Drowner and a Displacer.
Right.
But it takes a much longer time because you can only activate it X number of times a turn.
Right, that makes sense.
I would mulligan aggressively if I was Jake. If I don't have like a turn 2 play, turn 3.
Well, he's got the Rest in Peace,
Oh, okay.
so that might be worth keeping here. I don't know that he wants to play it on turn 2.
No, you definitely slow roll it. Like let him get a little bit. Like if you can get 2 Golgari Grave Trolls with it, it's really done its work.
Sure.
You got to remember that like all the cards in Hunter's deck are castable as well.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
he can play a Narcomoeba and a Prized Amalgam and just like have him chill out on the board until he gets into the Nature's Claim or whatever
Exactly.
to remove the enchantment.
He's a little land light, so casting Narcomoebas might not be incredibly easy, but we'll see if he can get there.
All right, Hunter has multiple Cathartic Reunions. So this is going to give Jake an opportunity to get a lot of the cards.
Looks like Hunter has the Golgari charm, which could be good here.
Yeah, that does remove an enchantment, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See if he slams it.
Especially if Jake slams it here.
Nope, just passes.
I think that's smart.
That's smart. You definitely want to get value on the comes into play trigger. Here's your Cathartic Reunion. Discarding Stinkweed and Bloodghast. So the first card's going to show us 6. Oh man, here's a Grave Troll.
Alright, let's see if we can hit some amalgams off of this. Another Grave Troll. And another Narcomoeba. Alright, we got one more opportunity here. See some amalgams. Another Narcomoeba. No amalgams, but the triple Narcomoeba.
Yeah. Light from the Loam's in the bin there.
No more Dredgers.
Yeah, Light from the Loam is the other Dredger. And so, if he
needs some help here. I mean,
Yeah,
3 power flying on the board is nothing to scoff at. Especially since Jake's basically time-walking himself here.
Yeah, so what he... Yeah, so Hunter's going to obviously go Golgari Charm this. And Jake didn't really get any amazing cards. He got a Light from the Loam.
No, but he didn't have a third land, so he had to do something. He couldn't afford to just sit.
Yeah, you can't take a turn off. I'm not advocating that.
Oh my, and he drew the Faithful Saluting.
Sure. This is a big turn.
Yeah, so we get to blow up the yard.
Yep.
Or the Rest in Peace, and then start filling the yard again.
And attack in for 3, which is nothing to scoff at. Sneeze at, as it were.
Oh, I'm sneezing at it. Look at those Narcomoebas creeping on over to the other side of the board.
Yeah, we don't have our imaginary yellow line. Our
Maybe
first
like
down line.
way over it. Oh, he's backed him up a little bit.
He wants to read one. I think he was subliminally backing him up.
All right. Narcomoebas in the red zone.
$16 for Jake.
16 for Jake.
Here comes.
Yeah, Hunter's got to get busy with this Golgari Charm here.
Yeah, you can't not Golgari. I mean, I don't know what is he trying to sequence, or he's gonna pass?
So I think the
Does
problem
he think Faithful
is...
Saluting is an instant?
No, I think the problem is he milled two of his other nature's claims.
Uh-huh. Oh. I didn't look at that deck list, but this is a card. This is a Grafdigger's Cage.
Absolutely.
So it prevents creatures from coming into play from the graveyard. This is a high-quality sideboard card. So now Hunter has the Golgari Charm here. No? Oh, is he going to ride these... Is the plan to ride these Narcomoebas to victory?
I mean, you got to play with what you got, and if he milled all of his other nature's claims, then this one Golgari Charm isn't going to do much.
So there are 3 Nature's Claim in the deck. How many did you see go into the bin?
That's tap. There we go.
There we go. All right.
So 4 power in the air coming.
All right. Man. Just play this mountain. Interesting. And he's exiling these grave trolls. I guess
He just wants to find an answer. But he's comfortable swinging it for 4.
Yeah, I mean...
Jake can't take much more of this.
No, he needs... Alright, 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 alright. We're online now. Now we got action. So I think we're going to see Thought-Knot Seer into Reality Smasher if Jake can draw another land. Alright, that's going to stem the bleeding. And this turn, next turn, opens up Reality Smasher for him.
Yeah, that'll be good.
If he were to draw another land, it would really, really change things around. Alright, so Hunter can -1 his team here with this Golgari Charm he's been saving.
Sure, but if he's going to do that, I would have done it before blocks.
Sure, sure.
He could also just regenerate his team. But that doesn't seem anywhere
that's
near
where.
as
All right, he lets it go. Jake takes 3 to 5. Man.
good. Another Cathartic Reunion. Discarding 2. Draw 3. Another Stinkweed Imp.
And a Bloodghast.
Bloodghast. Bloodghast will come down with haste next turn.
Oh man, if he could slow roll this Bloodghast.
Absolutely.
So that
He could hardcast the Simian Spirit Guide here. Although I think the Stinkweed Imp's a little bit better.
yeah, it's got a little bit more of upside. Yeah, let's the Gemstone Mine go. Here he adds another flyer to the board. So that puts Jake.
Another Eldrazi Sky Spawner, which is
Oh.
important here.
This is interesting.
But if he plays this and Hunter sees the play, this Golgari Charm is game. I guess he
He
needs
doesn't have
another
all the
land.
black mana to do it.
He has all the
doesn't-
black mana,
or
but he doesn't have the
all-
green mana.
Right. Is there a land in his hand?
There's no land in his hand.
Yeah, the operative play would require 3 black and a green.
Oh, also, I guess Golgari Charm is -1/-1 for both players. It's all creatures.
Oh, okay.
So not what he wants to do here.
No, that's not a good play. That would definitely shut down his path to victory.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna see Jake. He's gonna choose the Reality Smasher. If he chooses to attack with it, yep, that's the game. Hunter's gonna take 5 here. He's gonna get a hasted Bloodghast, and that's gonna end it.
And there it is.
There it is.
Dredge
Well,
takes down another one the hard way.
yeah,
going strong
through
style.
a Rest in Peace and a Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah, he didn't need his graveyard. Easy peasy. But that's going to do it for round 1.